Hey guys, number one Marmaduke fan here, looking at some dollar comics. This is Harley Quinn number one. I don't know which Harley Quinn number one this is reprinting because I can't keep up with how many number ones they do, these characters. So it's okay. It's a dollar, right? It's a dollar. So I'm not mad. The plot is basically Harley Quinn buys an apartment complex and goes looking for a job in the one ads of the newspaper, and that's the plot. I kind of don't know what DC wants to do with Harley Quinn these days. Like, I'll see her popping up in DC superhero high school girls. To me, like, if you're gonna try to rebrand Harley Quinn is such a popular character, you could probably rebrand her as like a maybe like a. I think she could hold a title on her own, but or she could be like in the DC superhero princesses. But I kind of want her to be the clown princess of crime, if that's how you're going to rebrand her for little girls. Like, she should be the one threatening Gotham with the giant cream pie, and then all of the DC superhero girls, they gotta get together to remind Harley Quinn that it's mean to drop a giant Boston cream pie on Gotham City or something. So basically, I'm not sure. I don't get it. Like, are they trying to make her more sexy and more tacky? Are they trying to make her stronger and more feminist? The original Harley Quinn, to me, is very attractive. She has this beautiful, kind of very iconic Harlequin outfit. You think, wow, Joker's a lucky guy. And then you start understanding the moral of the character, which is that it's kind of sad that, a twisted personality like the Joker, he attracts these sort of fragile people to him. You feel for Harley because you see how the Joker destroyed her life and how her obsession is destroying her professional prospects. You see her struggle to kind of like get over the Joker and put her life back together. You see her survive abuse in the animated series. Later in the animated series continuity, you see her give up trying to sort out her life and go back to the Joker again. But then after the Joker dies, it's sort of like her obsessive fixation is gone. It's like she's able to get a normal life and become a grandma. So I think there's something weird in the air where I think that people just are having a hard time like putting two and two together on what the point of the character is supposed to be. Like the Joker, like everyone's writing about incels and the Joker now. Oh, can you believe that 18 to 30-year-old white men are buying tickets to see the Joker movie? We live in a society. The point of the Joker movie is obviously he's a bad guy. He murders people. That's not sympathetic, but if you can sympathize with the Joker, maybe you can understand what's broken him or led him to this place so we can stop future Jokers from happening. Maybe we can understand what makes the Joker evil in contrast to understanding what makes Batman good, because both of them go through suffering. Harley Quinn, it's like, oh, she gets abused by the Joker? We don't want to teach little girls it's okay to be in an abusive relationship. Right. The original Harley Quinn teaches you that you don't want to be in an abusive relationship by showing an abusive relationship in a way that is digestible for a kid without like lessening the impact. Like Harley Quinn doesn't solve her abusive relationship problem in a 30-minute cartoon plot. It's an ongoing thing throughout the animated series. So new Harley Quinn, I feel like they're trying to separate her from the Joker. They're trying to turn her into maybe like an anti-hero. Like biker girl Deadpool is the feel I get for kind of new Harley Quinn. And the design, I like design changes too, but I feel like it's got to fit with the tone you're going for. So we've got like blue hair Harley Quinn, and we've got red and black hair Harley Quinn. But my thought would be, if you're going for a funny, cartoony Harley Quinn and not like a sort of gritty, realistic, alternate universe Harley Quinn, I'd say keep the original Harlequin design for any version of the character you want to be perceived as funny, cartoony, and kind of Warner Brothers-ish. These are all sort of, what would these be? These are like edgy video game cartoon designs where you're going to beat up Harley Quinn and she's the tough biker chick girl in like the Arkham Asylum gang, and you're maybe doing like a darker, grittier reboot of the character. And same for kind of like this biker girl outfit. Now, the script actually isn't that bad. Like, she's kind of being a little silly. She's making mistakes. She's doing some crazy things, right? So I feel like if you're going to do like the Acme jokes and the giant cartoon mallets, cartoon simple character design fits better with that tone. This feels like this should be more like, I don't know, damaged Jared Leto. So I may do some gags like, oh, she sees a hipster being mean to his dog, so she drags him around. She has a beaver that she talks to. And then she does this totally silly thing where she buys an apartment, but she doesn't have a job yet. Oh, there's a student loans joke. I don't know, Big Tony, like, he's kind of a silly character, right? Like 4 foot something, and he's got like this weird stripper fishnet shirt on, but also kind of like this really rugged face, and he just seems to like kind of like Harley Quinn the second he sees her. I don't know, like I'm not against this would see. So as I kind of described in the animated series, there are periods in Harley's life where she's under the Joker's thumb and she's being abused by the Joker. There are periods of Harley's life where, you know, things seem to be going well to her and the Joker seems to be loving her and treating her great and she's having fun. And then the periods where he's abusing her. And then there are periods where she's getting out from under his thumb and like just doing her own thing and trying to break the Joker habit, right? So I could kind of interpret this as Harley trying to break the Joker habit. But the more serious you get, then the less like cartoon silly you got to get. Like if you're going to do the cartoon silly, gee, Mr. J, I'm going to come out of the cake looking all special, and then I'm going to kill Batman, right? That's the silly cartoon side of Harley Quinn. And if it's Joker backhanding Harley through a window, that's not silly cartoon time. That's serious sit down and think about, wow, what is this girl doing with her life time. I think this should be maybe like, if the point is she's getting out from Mr. J, she's starting her, you know what, go ahead and make her a hero. Because she does have this kind of sympathetic side to her where if she's free from Mr. J and she has like these talents to be like a super duper villain or a super duper, that's the thing. I don't know. Is she a villain or is she an anti-hero or a hero? She does this thing where she like joins a roller derby and she gets a psychology job to pay her rent. Well, does she have a criminal record? It would make more sense to me if you picked a route. Like if she picked the route that, oh, I've got like all these nice people who I want to have in my apartment complex that I bought. I'm going to go rob banks with rubber chickens and no one will know that I'm Harley Quinn, that Harley Quinn is Dr. Quinzel. That would kind of make sense to me. If she says, I've finally gotten free of Mr. J, I'm trying to turn my life around. I'll try to be a superhero. I'll try to be like a Luke Cage superhero for hire. That would kind of make sense to me, but it just kind of feels like they're fixating on like the apartment and makeup, and it's just funny because I just read Roller Girl, and this kind of like the point of Roller Girl was it's a team sport, and this they just seem to say, oh, she can beat up whoever she wants. Some of the lines in the underdrawing were a little awkward because they clearly like darken their pencil lines, so she ends up getting like this Grinch face. I don't know what DC wants to do. Do you want to be feminist, DC, or do you want to be tech? I don't mind if you're tacky. I don't mind attractive women. I'm just not sure. I just don't know what direction you want to take things. And there's a hit on her, which we already knew at the very beginning of the issue, but at the end of the issue, she has a hit on her. All right. Hey, Joker. That was a cool movie. All right. So, I don't know. This didn't make me want to go pay money for the trade paperback or whatever's going on. I'm not opposed to changing a character. I think you maybe have to like focus on one thing if you're going to make a change to the character. So one of the fun things about the Joker movies, yeah, they're changing the Joker, but they're kind of changing the Joker so they can focus on one aspect of the character, like the fragility of the Joker for this movie. Whereas in other movies, he might be more big and over the top and, you know, a clown prince of crime. In this, he's a little bit more of a pathetic, you know, lone wolf driven to insanity. Like pick one aspect of the character, like the super cartoony aspect, the sort of sad surviving abuse aspect, maybe like a trying to redeem herself anti-hero aspect. Bruce Timm has given you a lot of angles. The thing is, I think Bruce Timm had a different attitude. It's like when Bruce Timm would do like lesbian representation, I don't think it was because he was a big LGBTQ ally. I think it's because Bruce Timm was kind of a closet perv who wanted to sneak as much adult humor and content into a kid's show as possible. So he clearly would have hint at lesbians because Bruce Timm really, really, really likes drawing hot lesbians, right? Like the attitude that Bruce Timm had for superhero characters is very different from, I don't know, the feeling that these guys have to be role models somehow. They have to be girl powery somehow. Harley Quinn is not a girl power character. She's a character with deep flaws that create problems in her life that she struggles to overcome. She fails to overcome these problems, and I guess if you look at the little details of some of the Batman animated series universe, she does eventually find peace and finally escape the Joker after failing over and over and over again. That's like a really beautiful take on not just general addiction, but like the addiction of living with a bad personality who's harmful to you. I don't know what they want to do with Harley Quinn, but man, it's going to the library. I'm no more Marmaduke fan. Love you guys. Catch you later.